sky hangs low like it's cutting steel. Radio's dead, just a hollow hum of every road I've ever outrun. Got a map with the ink all bled. Names I knew now strike like lead. Every mile feels twice as long since the place I knew went wrong. I passed that church with a broken cross, where I buried what it cost to keep walking, to keep this pace, with a ghost that wears my face. There's no light on my way home tonight, just a black line carving through my mind. No porch glow, no door left wide, just a long road I can't outride. If there's mercy, it don't know my name, and forgiveness never came. I keep driving through the unknown with no light on my way home. Wind cuts sharp through a cracked up pane, carries whispers I can't explain. Every signpost bends away, like they've got nothing left to say. I remember a softer time, before the fall, before the crime, before I traded truth for lies and watched the better man inside me die. Now the field's just stretch and fade into debts I've never paid. If there's anything left of me, there's no light on my way home tonight, just a black line carving through my mind. No porch glow, no door left wide, just a long road I can't outride. If there's mercy, it don't know my name, and forgiveness never came. I keep driving through the unknown with no light on my way. If I stop, I might just break. If I turn, it's too damn late. Every mile's a deeper grave for the man I couldn't save. Heard the devil don't chase the lost, just waits for them to count the cost. And I've been counting every breath, like a gambler staring down his death. There's no light on my way home tonight, only darkness burning cold and white. No hands left to pull me through, no past left that still feels true. It shut me out, and hell's too far to turn around. So I keep rolling all alone with no light on my way home. Gravel road bleeding out beneath my boots, dust hangs heavy like a noose. Wind drags secrets through the pines, whispers sins I swear ain't mine. There's a mark burned deep in bone, like a brand I never chose. Mama said, boy, don't look back, but the sky went black as crows attack. They circle low like they've been told, feathers cut against the cold. Every mile they track my breath, like they're counting down to death. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my sins like a gospel curse. Black wings beat where I can't outrun, every road ends where they begun. Crows know my name, I hear them cry, like judgment falling from the sky. No place left I can't escape, every wing spells out my fate. Church bell rusted, never rings, still I hear those hollow things, echoed prayers from broken men who never made it out again. I wash my hands in a river dry, still can't rinse what stains inside. Every town just turns its back when them crows start circling black. Graveyard dirt beneath my nails, every breath a borrowed tale. I ain't living, I just roam, like a ghost and not a home. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my sins like a gospel curse. Black wings beat where I can't outrun, every road ends where they begun. Crows know my name, I hear them cry, like judgment falling from the sky. No place left I can't escape, every wing spells out my fate. I try to run past county lines, try to bury all the signs, but fate don't lose a trail once found. It rides the wind, it hunts you down. Every mirror shows their eyes, every silence screams my crimes. I ain't chased, no, I've been claimed, like I was born already named. Crows know my name carved in the dirt, singing my sins like a gospel curse. Black wings beat where I can't outrun, every road ends where they begun. Crows know my name, no use to pray, they've been calling me for days. No redemption left to claim, when even death knows your name. The dirt's still fresh where the preacher stood, boot prints fading in the splintered wood. Black coats drift like crows gone blind, leaving all the broken behind. A wilted rose on a crooked stone, name carved deep but it don't feel known. Wind cuts slow through the iron gate, like it's dragging time to hesitate. And the choir's gone, their voices dead, just the hollow ringing in my head. Every step feels twice its weight, walking out, but it's far too late. 6 feet of silence, heavy and cold, where the truth don't speak and the prayers grow old. Ain't no comfort in the words they said, just a box in the ground and the sound of dread. 6 feet of silence, deep as sin, where the living stand but can't go in. I trade my breath just to hear your voice, but all I got is this endless noise. Gravel cracks under trembling heels, every heartbeat cuts, every second kneels. Sun hangs low, but it don't feel warm, just a dying sky before the storm. Your old hat rests on the passenger seat, still smells like sweat and the summer heat. But the road runs long with no return, and every mile is a lesson burned. Neighbors talk in a hush too tight, like loud would break what's left tonight. But silence screams in a different way. It don't fade, it just learns to stay. 6 feet of silence, heavy and cold, where the truth don't speak and the prayers grow old. Ain't no comfort in the words they said, just a box in the ground and the sound of dread. 6 feet of silence, deep as sin, where the living stand but can't go in. I trade my breath just to hear your voice, but all I got is this endless noise. If I dig with my hands through the frozen clay, would I find the words you forgot to say? Or just empty dark where the heart beats end, and a truth no sinner can ever mend? I called your name till it lost its sound, till it turned to dust and fell to the ground. Now the sky just stares like it don't recall you were ever here at all. 6 feet of silence, deeper than fear, where I scream your name but you can't hear. Every prayer just dies in my chest, like a ghost that never finds its rest. 6 feet of silence, cold and wide, where I buried half of me inside. I'm still standing, but I ain't alive, just a man who learned how to survive. There's a church on the edge of a dying road, white paint peeled like a sinner's soul. Doors hang open but nobody comes, just dust in the pews and a broken hum. Stained glass saints with their hollow eyes watch the years like they're passing by. I knelt once where the altar stood, but the silence cut deeper than it should. The preacher's voice is a ghost in the walls, cracked like the scripture before it falls. I called out loud, let my hands confess, but faith don't answer in emptiness. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. She used to sit in the second row, hands held tight like she feared letting go. Said love was something the Lord would keep, but it bled right out through the cracks in me. Her voice went quiet, her eyes turned cold like the stories the good book never told. Now her name just lingers in broken air like a half-said prayer going nowhere. I lit a candle, watched it drown, wax ran like tears to the splintered ground. If there's a heaven, it locked its gates and left me here with the weight of fate. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. Now the cross leans crooked against the sky like it's tired of asking the reason why, and the graveyard hums with a quiet blame. Every stone got a forgotten name. If mercy lives, it don't live here, just a cold hard truth carved out of fear. I dug for grace in the sacred ground, but all I found was a vacant sound. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. Found an old photograph in a rusted drawer, a man with steady hands I don't know anymore. His eyes were clear like a river after rain. Now mind holds storms I can't explain.
Boots by the doorway, cracked with dust. Every step I took was built on rust.
I used to speak like a man who believed. Now every word feels like it deceives. There's a hollowness carved in my chest, a quiet war that won't let me rest.
I traded truth for a colder skin,
and I don't recall when that change set in. I hate the man I used to be. That ghost don't walk inside of me. His hands were clean, his heart ran free. Now all that's left is memory. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one.
I hear his voice when the night cuts deep, through broken dreams and shattered sleep. He asked me where the road went wrong, why every mile feels twice as long.
There was a fire that used to burn, a sense of grace in every turn. Now every flame just scars my hands and turns to smoke I can't command.
I made my bed in a field of regret,
with debts of blood I can't forget. Each choice I made carved out this face, a stranger staring back in place. I ain't the man I used to be. That ghost don't walk inside of me. His hands were clean, his heart ran free. Now all that's left is a memory. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one.
If I could lead him down that road, before the way, before the load,
I'd warn him about the cost of pride and all the truths I chose to hide. But time don't bend and grace runs thin, and I'm still locked inside this skin. With every mile I drift away from who I was back yesterday. I ain't the man I used to be. That soul got lost somewhere in me. His light went out so silently. Now darkness holds the rest of me. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one. I used to be just a fading trace of memory.
I keep you folded in a rusted tin, where the highway dust settles in my skin. Wind cuts cold through a broken coat, and your name still lingers in my throat. Gravel sings under worn-out boots. Every mile just buries deeper roots. I tried to drown you in whiskey rain, but the bottle only speaks your name. I hear the reels cry through the night, like a ghost that won't lose the fight. I left your grave, but I never left you. Now every road just pulls me through. I got ashes in my pocket, they're weighing me down.
Every step I take
drags me back through this town.
I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name,
but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got
ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave.
Every breath that I steal is one I can't save.
You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop,
and I'm damned by the weight of what I can't stop.
I slept in ditches, I prayed in vain, watched your face in the window pane. Every stranger wears your eyes, every silence screams your goodbye. Carved your name in a roadside sign, but the rain just washed it out in time. Still I carry what's left of you in every scar that cuts me through.
The preacher said, son,
let it go,
but he don't walk these roads.
I know
you don't feel what I hold inside, a pocket full of where you died. I got ashes in my pocket,
they're weighing me down.
Every step I take
drags me back through this town. I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name,
but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got
ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave.
every breath that I steal is one I can't save.
You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop,
and I'm down by the weight of what I can't stop.
if I cast you out into the wind,
would I finally outrun my sin, or would you ride every storm I chase?
etched in bone I can't erase,
If I lay you down
by the river bend,
would this hollow ache
finally end,
or would I still feel your restless ghost
in the thing I love the most?
I got ashes in my pocket,
They're tearing me apart,
like a fist full of dust.
where you used to have a heart.
I can scream to the sky,
I can dig my own hole,
but your memory's buried deep in my soul.
I got ashes in my pocket,
I can't let them fall.
if I lose what remains,
I got nothing at all.
you're the curse that I keep,
You're the chain I won't break,
and I carry your ruin with every step I take.
the sky turned iron over broken fields, a hush like judgment no man could repeal. Old boots sank deep in the riverbank clay, where secrets were buried and prayers went to decay.
I heard the church bell crack in the wind, like a warning for the wages of sin.
Mama said, boy, that water don't lie. It remembers every tear you tried to hide.
The cattle stood still like they knew the cost, every wrong turn, every soul we lost.
And the curtain whispered through the reeds so slow, like a reckoning rising from long ago. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done.
and the deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
There's a shack on a bend where the willow leans low, where I swore I'd leave what I didn't want to know.
But the boards still creak with the ghosts I made. Every deal I struck, every debt unpaid.
I see your face in the water's skin,
a pale reflection of where I've been.
She said you can't outrun what you chose to break.
That river, don't forget what you take.
The storm rolled in like a funeral drum, and the hills bowed down to what I'd become. I tried to pray, but the words fell dead, like the lies I carried and the blood I shed. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done. And the
deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
give way with a hollow sound, like a coffin closing in the ground. And the water climbs up
to my chest,
heavy with the truth I never confessed.
No mercy left in the current's cry,
no forgiveness in a swollen sky,
just the echo of every choice I made.
In the dark where the debts were laid,
I tried to run, but my feet won't move, like the earth itself don't want me to prove anything more than a man undone by the tide of all he's ever done.
Black river rising,
take what's mine,
every crooked step,
every wasted line.
let it wash me down
Where the sinners go,
where the truth runs deep and the guilt won't slow.
Black river rising,
I hear your call,
a judgment written in the rise and fall.
and as it pulls me under endlessly,
That black
river remembers me. I was standing where the gravel meets the dying line of steel, with a suitcase full of nothing and a wound that wouldn't heal. Wind was dragging old confessions through the cracks of rust and bone, every mile behind me whispering I'd never make it home.
There was blood upon my knuckles, there was dust inside my lungs, every promise I had broken hanging heavy off my tongue.
Then I heard that iron thunder cutting through the midnight air.
Like a ghost come back to tell me
there was mercy somewhere. Oh, the train out of nowhere
came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sin
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption
Through the cracks of my soul, but it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
saw a preacher in the corner with a Bible in his hand.
Said, son, you can be forgiven if you follow where we stand.
But his eyes were cold as winter, and his collar stained with gin.
And the cross around his neck couldn't drown out all his sins.
There was a woman dressed in silence,
With a ticket made of gold,
said she left behind a lover.
somewhere buried in the cold.
She was smiling like salvation,
But her hands began to shake,
like she knew this road was nothing
but a cruel and crooked fate.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sin
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
But it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
now the tracks start bending backward through the towns that I fled,
Past the ghosts I tried to bury,
and the words I left unsaid
I see faces in the windows,
that I swore I'd never know.
all the roads I tried escaping
Are the only roads I go, and the whistle turns to laughter
like a devil in disguise.
every hope I tried to follow
Was a well-dressed set of lies.
ain't no station in the darkness,
Ain't no place to finally stand,
just a rail of broken mercy
drawn in unforgiven sand.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Still
calling my name
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
Hey, I'm still riding with my sins
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more. Yeah, it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
but it runs on illusions
I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before.
That
I've been walking through a valley, carved in rust and bone, boot heels dragging sins I swore I'd never own. Every mile of memory with a loaded name. Every prayer I mutter sounds a lot like blame. I left a trail of broken doors and empty chairs, cheap whiskey promises and unanswered stares. Now the wind don't carry nothing back to me, just the sound of what I used to be. And I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they turn like iron in the dead of the night. I cried out for grace when the sky stayed still, too late for a sinner with a bloodstained will. Yeah, I reached for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. There's a chapel rotting at the edge of town where I carved her name, then I burned it down. I thought fire could cleanse what I'd done wrong, but it only made the silence twice as strong. Her ghost still lingers in the back of my mind, in the space where forgiveness I'll never find. I see her face in every passing storm, and every night that never feels like morning. I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they turn like iron in the dead of the night. I cried out for grace when the sky stayed still, too late for a sinner with a bloodstained will. Yeah, I reached for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. If redemption's a road, I lost the trail somewhere between the truth and a coffin nail. I hear judgment calling in the distant rain, but it don't wash clean what's carved in pain. I'd trade my breath for a second chance, one last look, one final glance. But time don't bargain and it don't forgive, and a man like me don't deserve to live. So I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they broke like stone in the dead of the night. I screamed for grace till my voice ran dry, but heaven don't answer a man like I. Yeah, I reached for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. Cold too long. Cold too long. Found your name in a drawer of dust and rust. ink bled thin where my hands once shook with trust. Paper curled like a sinner at the flame. Every word I wrote, but never gave a name. I said I'd write when the nights got cold and long, when the whiskey stopped pretending I was strong. But the truth don't travel easy through a pen, and I buried every line again and again. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Should have laid my pride down, let it die in the light. Said your name like a prayer I couldn't keep. Now it haunts me in the hours I don't sleep. Every word I never said still burns my tongue, like a gospel left unsung. A bell never rung. Now this letter's just a ghost I can't outrun. All the love I never sent to you, undone. Your old porch still leans into the wind, like it's waiting on a voice that won't come again. I see your face in the cracks of every road, in the silence where your laughter used to go. I wrote forgiveness in a crooked line, then I crossed it out like it was never mine. Guess regret's just a debt that never fades, and I've been paying interest in the dark for days. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Should have laid my pride down, let it die in the light. Said your name like a prayer I couldn't keep. Now it haunts me in the hours I don't sleep. Every word I never said still burns my tongue, like a gospel left unsung. A bell never rung. Now this letter's just a ghost I can't outrun. All the love I never sent to you, undone. If I'd mailed it, would it find your hands, or drift like ash across some broken land? Would you read it? Would you turn away, or forgive the man I was too proud to say? There's 1,000 roads I'd walk back through just to speak one honest word to you. But the past don't bend and the dead don't wait, and silence is a lock I seal too late. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Let the truth cut clean instead of losing the fight. Held your heart like it was mine to save, not another thing I carry to the grave. Every word I never said still scars my soul, like a fire in the cold that won't let go. Now this letter was sent to you, undone